Hey, welcome back to Maya's Minute. It's me, Tamaya. I just popped on here just to share about a conversation that I had this week with a little girl. Um, so the conversation was about dads. So pretty much, we were talking about dads, and I asked because let me give you a little backstory. I'm kind of familiar with the family, and I would kind of see dad here and there, like pick her up and stuff like that. And I hadn't seen dad in a while. So I asked her, hey, where's dad? And her response was, oh, he's at the other house. So quite naturally, I'm a little bit confused. So I, follow up with, well, why? Something happened? And her response was, oh, he doesn't love mommy anymore. So those of you that have your own children or you ever work with children, you know that they are extremely transparent. So yeah, her response was, oh, he doesn't love mom anymore. So it broke my heart to hear her say that. Let me just say that. And I tried my best to not let it show on my face, but it hurt just to hear her say that because it's not just her. She has sisters as well. It's maybe like three more of them. So that's like four. I think it's like four of them, and it's all girls. So just thinking about them and their father not being in the house with them, anymore, like not being there, it just kind of made me sad a little bit. And it may even, she's young now, but even this experience is giving her, if you will, a thought pattern as to know that, okay, dad doesn't love mom anymore, so he's not in the house with us anymore, he's not with mom anymore, and he's not here anymore. So she's young, but it's giving her beliefs, because most of you think about like what you believe in this world is usually because of something you've experienced, right? Or something somebody told you. So this is what she's experiencing right now. So it's likely to lead to her having a negative belief about men, because quite naturally, as a child, your father is kind of like the first man you have that type of relationship with, that loves you and cares for you and who is present and, there for you. And for to just all of a sudden him not to be there anymore, it's, could likely have a negative effect, on the children. I don't know all the details. I don't know what led up to it. And I know sometimes in life things happen, but a lot of the time when these things happen, the children are negatively affected. And I also know that some of you might be thinking, well, you're not a man, you know what, you're not a dad, so you don't have a right to tell us. And you partially right. Yes, I'm not a man, but what I am is a daughter. So I can relate to her in the sense of her father not being in the house with her any longer. That part I can relate to. So I just want to try to encourage dads to be present. If God's way is the best way. Let me just say that. Like, I don't have no any better way to put it. God's way was the best way, not was, is the best way, because in his way, a man and a woman are married, then they have children, and they are together on the same page, same belief system, same, they're together raising the children up together, so they have their mom and dad there together, pouring into them and raising them up and teaching them the ways of God. But things happen, even me, I had two of my sons. I had them before I was married, so I experienced, this as well, as far as like my son having to be between two homes, with mom some of the time, with dad some of the time. And thank God, he is doing well, still flourishing. But I will say this, if you're a dad and you're in that situation where you're not in the house, same home with your child, your son or your daughter, I will say that you have to be extremely, extremely intentional. You have to be extremely consistent. And yeah, for that to work, for you to still have that that level of relationship with your child, it's gonna take a lot on your part, and it's doable. And like I said, I know life happens, but it's still not the ideal situation, because um it's just hard for a child to be growing up and they got to be in one house some of the time, and they got to be in the other house that another part of the time. It's not the way God intended it. But you know, we are humans. We aren't always living the way God wants us to live. We are doing our own thing sometimes, and I'm talking to me too. I'm guilty of it. um that's why my son was in that position, because I was not married. I had a son, and he was between, you know, he was between myself and his father's house. But as I say again, thank God that he's okay. But back to what I was talking about. um just want to say that as a daughter, there's a lot of things that she needs to have from her dad. Like, she needs to know that that dad loves her. She needs to hear, like, I love you from dad all the time. Like, when she meets some boy, when she gets older, like, he shouldn't be the first one to tell her the words I love you. Like, when she hears it from him, it shouldn't be the first time. He shouldn't be the first one to tell her, oh, you're so beautiful. Like, she's supposed to already be secure in herself. She's supposed to know this already. She's supposed to know that she is loved. She's supposed to know that she is beautiful already. She's supposed to know what her worth, her value. And I think dad plays a major role in securing her in that way. I think that dad is also the one that protects her, that keeps her from um, boys, men, you know, that are no good for her. And he's the one that might warn her and say, hey, you know, like, nah, you know, he's a dude. He can relate. He can see certain things maybe that mom can't see. You know, he can say, nah, you know, he's no good for you, or you know, he has the wrong intentions for you, or you know, whatsoever. So he's there in that way as well, to protect her and to warn her and to just have her best interest at heart, and have conversations with her. Like, I mean, not just the surface stuff, like how you doing and stuff. I mean, like, difficult conversations, how she feeling about things, or when things happen in her life, you know, how do you feel about that? How did that make you feel? Or, you know, is it affecting you in any way? Like, I mean, like, have serious conversations with her. And even as a dad, you help direct her. You know, what does she want to do in life? Where does she want to go? What does she want to be? When she shares that with you, okay, this is what you want to do. Okay, what's your plan? You know, does she have a plan? If not, you say, okay, I think, you know, maybe you should try this, or you try to provide the tools for her to accomplish what it is that she wants to be. And I know I've gone to another level now. I'm talking about a younger child, but it's making me think about a conversation that we had during the summertime with a young lady. When I say we, my husband and I, him more so than me, because if you all know him, you know that he's a talker. He just loves people, and he loves talking with people. But we were talking to like 20-something-year-old, and he was just talking to her about relationships, and if she had anybody in her life, and if she wanted to be married and things like that, and asking her, like, you know, about her dad. And her response was pretty much like, you know, if my dad, I guess if her dad says no about a certain gentleman, or he has a certain opinion about it, she was like, that's it. You know, what her dad says, like, she values her dad's thoughts and opinions that much to, you know, if her dad says no, then it's no. And I can respect it, because what that says to me is that her dad has established that type of relationship with her. Her dad is someone that she respects, she values his opinion, and he has to be someone of character in order for her to even have that level of belief, that level of trust, that level of confidence in him. Like, he has to have shown himself to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, he has to have shown himself to be of a certain character for her to even have that level of confidence in him. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, I was just sharing my thoughts with you. But in conclusion, I just want to encourage you as a dad. Don't let those words come from your daughter's mouth. Don't let your daughter be the one saying, yeah, dad isn't there anymore because he doesn't love my mom anymore. Whatever happens between you and mom happens between you and mom, but Your daughter needs to still know that you are there for her, that you love her. You are the one affirming her. You are the one pushing her. You are the one encouraging her. You are the one providing. You are the one just do what a father is supposed to do. Like, don't let whatever happened between you and mom affect the child negatively. As much as it is in your power to not let it happen, don't let it happen. And a scripture is coming to my mind as I'm talking. That is, fathers, provoke not your children to wrath. All right. So if it's for you, I hope that it encouraged you. If it's for somebody else, please share this video with them. And thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in to Maya's Minute.